The question is to you, should the federal government do more to protect your freedom of speech? A story came out today about here on InformedAmerican.com. I'd encourage you to head over there. I don't know if that's come up yet on the Facebook feed, but if you do subscribe to our daily email, you head on over to InformedAmerican.com, share your email. You get this in your newsletter. Social media site Reddit removes pro-Trump forum. I don't know how familiar you are with Reddit. It's basically a giant community with tons of subjects, and one of them is the Donald, which is the biggest pro-Trump subreddit on Reddit, and it's shut down because they're violating company policy, hateful content, this kind of thing, really, really bad stuff, which essentially means it's going against the left-wing liberal orthodoxy that big tech is under and is trying to force all of you to get under. And if you violate that, sorry, goodbye. And it's just basically just a subreddit for Trump supporters to share stories, talk about things in the news, and talk about maybe, listing polling data, stuff like that. And no, that's just bad stuff, and if you say anything bad about the protesters, anything like that, that's really hateful. That's really, that's really mean. And it's just a violation of their conduct policy. Same with Twitch. If you're familiar with that, it's a video site. I guess they banned Trump to not letting any kind of pro-Trump thing going on there. Instagram, I think they did something. They limited something with Trump. The Trump posting on Twitter about this 10-year sentence on statues, violating if you attack the monuments, try to pull them down. And Trump, I think the tweet was essentially saying, look, this lawlessness is going to end. We're going to protect. I think it was referring to Lafayette Park with that statue of Lincoln, saying, if we're gonna clear out the park, we're gonna protect these statues by force if necessary. Now President Trump is the commander in chief, and I believe the chief law enforcement officer of the country, and he's allowed to say use force. I mean, if anyone in the country is allowed to say use force, it's the president. But no, Twitter limited that because it was hateful. So the question, what do you all think? We talk about, that's not the end of it, by the way. We've got Twitter limiting him. YouTube is getting rid of video channels that are on the right. Large corporations are boycotting Facebook, pulling their advertising money because of the conversations that we're having here right now, talking about this sort of thing and commenting on the kinds of stories that you're seeing here on Informed American. That's just unacceptable, guys. We're all hateful, horrible people who need to be muzzled and be silenced. So what do you think of that? So large corporations, I think it's time. I think we grew up, or we were told we were worried about 1984 style thing, where a big communist Stalinist type of government was going to be oppressing you and putting its boot on your neck. And it's not the case at all. The world we live in now is where large corporations, in fact, are dictating what's going on. And I think conservatives need to wake up to this reality. Just excusing this behavior, saying, well, they're private companies, they can do whatever you want. Well, that's great, right? Could you imagine what if this goes to Wells Fargo? What if Wells Fargo doesn't like what you posted on Facebook, and neither does Bank of America, and neither does the other bank down the street. No one will let you open up an account because they don't like your political views. Well, that's just a private company. Oh well, so I guess I don't bank anymore. Or what if your power company doesn't like what you post on Facebook, and they decide you're just kind of a hateful customer, and we're not going to give you power. Well, all right, well that's their choice. I guess I don't have power. No, it's not the way. I think, and I'd love to know what you think, if this has gone too far, big tech has gone too far. Look, if no one will let you post anything online, that's just normal things that normal conservative use, you don't have free speech effectively, right? The government, you might have it written down on a piece of paper on the Constitution, but it's not worth a damn if you can't actually voice it. So I think conservatives have to wake up to this reality. Big tech is not your friend. Large corporations are not your friend. In fact, they want you crushed, destroyed, and silenced. Well, that's my rant for today. I hope you're all having a great day. But this thing going on with big data, and the whole purpose of this is to silence you before the November election, because they want Trump to lose. They want things that you believe in to lose. That's my final word.